Well, isn't this an interesting backdrop or situation you've gotten us into? We'll find out more in 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Hello, everybody. 'Tis I, Dad, the father figure, bringing you the best of my childhood. As we are looking forward to the event of, actually, Intellivision Amico coming out in October of this year, hopefully. I've got my pre-order in and everything. I felt like plugging in the old flashback Intellivision console that I have and showing you some of what I grew up with as a game. This was one of my favorites, Crown of Kings. Originally called Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game cartridge. For logistics and, let's face it, licensing. They didn't approach Wizards of the Coast looking to carry that. Oh, jeez, there we go. So yeah, this is actually one of those first adventure games, and people greatly misunderstand it. So that's how many arrows I have. You have to try to count. I've never been any good at it. So you listen to the sounds of what's going on here, and yeah, you have to fire based on kind of what direction you're going and where you are. Aha. There we go. Now, as you can see, I have many more arrows. That will help me get through the dungeon here. Well, if they just don't like me here. Yep, okay. Maybe not a good sign. Now, the grays are supposed to be the easier of the dungeons to get through. Rust monsters, you can't do anything about them except they just chase you incessantly until they catch up. They don't die because of arrows. They don't. They just sit there and attack you. Okay, nothing again. The Intellivision is notorious for having one of the worst controllers of all time. You, of course, have the 10-digit keypad. Ooh, turds. That means that I've got a rat or a bat, I believe. Or another brain. Come on. Oh, there we go. That was a little jumpy. And there's the rat and the exit. I got killed by lag trying to capture. Yep. And see, if you shoot the walls, you'll change colors. Okay, more rat poop. God. And I just killed myself. So, at the best of time, this game is actually a lot of fun. This is not the best way to play. Running through 2 different capture cards, trying to make it so that it can be captured on the computer is super, super cumbersome. That was a spider. But yeah, it's your goal is to get your 3 adventurers to... There's a skull. Your 3 adventurers to the last mountain. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm actually only going to have 1 dot when I get back. If I get back. That is a snake. There we go. Killed him. So, yeah, you kind of... Now, it's my understanding these dungeons are randomly kind of constructed. So you have to, there we go, got him. So far we are doing okay. Not really. This is in fact been a disastrous adventure. And the lag and the jumps are incredibly difficult to deal with. But I suppose it's better than trying to capture off from an original Intellivision, which I do have several downstairs, including Intellivision 2, which was basically just the Intellivision in a smaller, friendlier package. Now, I'm not going to be able to do anything if I don't find the axe, because that was one of the problems as we were coming up. It was forest everywhere on the map, which, see, shooting the brain does nothing. Come on. I don't. Oh, lordy. Then, see, now I'm dead. And that will be the last of my 3 lives. See, I needed the axe to get to the forest, or I had to go up to the red, which is a much harder, and I wasn't really going to be able to do that with the capture the way it is working here. Or you had to find a key to get you through the gates, but in this case, that wasn't going to work at all either. So you can see I've got a gravestone on the first one. I played extremely poorly. Really, the best way to play this collection of games from Blue Range, yeah, it's the Blue Rangers, I think. Blue Sky Rangers? Blue Sky Rangers, I think, is the list of developers that basically programmed every single Intellivision game. The best way to play that is on Intellivision Lives on the Nintendo DS. It handles itself extremely well. Gonna quick show you the next Dungeons and Dragons game that came out, which would have been it's now called Minotaur. It was Dungeons and Dragons Treasure of Tarmin. Just a second here. I'm gonna grab while that loads. Hey, look. Once again, this one's more ambitious, and of course, you don't want to try playing this one without the overlays, because the overlays tell you what the keypad is. Your goal is to get to the bottom of the dungeon here, and it's it's a dungeon crawler. It's 3D, kind of, sort of. Just a second. So let's pull up the castle map. There we go. So the treasure is located down in the bottom. You can see we are the flashing dot up on the upper right hand underneath the castle towers. And yes, you just try to work your way down to get the Minotaur's treasure. Let's see here. Open. We apparently are waiting on the capture card there. There we go. Now I've got a ladder there, but do I really want to go down the ladder yet? Probably not. What I want to do is explore a little bit more up here, and wow. Speed-wise, it is, oh, look at that. Random treasure just sitting there. Okay, we're gonna go and grab that as soon as it catches up. Boy, there, damn it. So, pick up. Come on. I'm just dying here as the capture struggles to keep up with what's going Oh, no. I want to put that in my pack. Okay. And then pick up my only weapon. That's food. That's my arrows. What I want to do is see if I can actually get into a fight here. Holy buckets of Mars. A helmet. So. Oh, come on. And we can swap hands. Swap pack. Swap hands again. So, yes, not... Those are food rations over there. I'm going to go ahead and open. Swap hands. Pick up. We're going to try turning here and hoping that we are not. So that's a spear. Okay. And yeah, the Elgato's sitting here going, yeah, you're at 20 frames per second, which actually isn't probably too far off of what the actual game ran at. So, yeah, I mean, you got to remember, this was early 80s. Actually, I think the Intellivision hit the test market in 78. We got one either the Christmas in 1980 or 81, right after they came out. So, I want the axe. The axe is a much better weapon. I'm a little disappointed that we haven't encountered anything here. Now, one of the tricks with the Intellivision, especially if you're playing on the newer or the original unit, there we go. Attacked him, killed him. We're almost dead. So, if we pick up the food and rest. Let's rest again. And you can see our health over there kind of picking up. Or at least it went up a little bit. But yeah, so, I mean, again, a lot of imagination had to go into when you played these games. But you could sit here and wander around this dungeon just for hours. And it's still a fun game. It's actually far superior to Crown of Kings, even though Crown of Kings is a much faster moving game. Let's go back in here. I don't think I remember. Oh, jeez. Oh. And you can see we're down to 1 hit point there out of the 12 that we started with. So if I rest, I can get to 6. Can I rest again? Nope. This actually uses all of the top of the 4 buttons on the side. The top 2 do the castle map, the left does the count food, and the right counts arrows. So because we don't have any other weapons right now, we need to use our bow. But yeah, if you're a fan of retro dungeon crawlers. I mean, I struggled to find one that would have happened earlier than this. It's solid. I mean, mind you, it's not solid the way I've got it jury-rigged today to try to capture video from the Intellivision Flashback Council, but it is not bad. But this, as well as the Crown of Kings, you cannot play without the controller overlays. What the hell? I'm in a one by one, and I can't go anywhere. That is most disturbing, and probably a good indicator that we can see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. So, here's a video and a subscribe link. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like, comment, all that goodness. Thank you.